Hello, welcome to Dino Dragon Games. I'm your host, Dino Dragon. Today I'm doing a quick time-lapse 3D art thing. I'm creating some sort of insect thing, so I was just making the basic shapes with the basic cube and then auto mirroring it. And also I also have the subdivision surface modifier, so I just basic make it the shape, the body, the head, the eyes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making the body and the eyes, and now also making the mouth part, what would be the mouth part, and doing experiment. And here's me making the ovipositor, which is the organ that lays eggs. It's the female of a either alien species of insect. Something of my imagination that I kind of thought of. So I'm adding legs here, and adding a second pair of legs, and it's going to be a pair of arms. I'm just making all these things as separate shapes, and then I'm going to merge them together. That's something that I'm doing, and I'm making like some sort of arm thing, which is so 3 limbs right there, and something like a praying mantis, but some sort of alien praying mantis. So you might see this in the game or something. So I'm going to be making, and now I'm merging all the objects together with the boom tool, and now I'm sculpting mode. And so I'm kind of sculpting now, the basic, even more basic things before I add any detail. I'm having a bit of trouble with the mirroring. Eventually I would just simply auto mirror it with the auto mirror tool, which is the plugin. Okay, I did a little jump cut, and there we go. I just fixed the mirror. So, and now I am properly mirroring, and I'm just making more of a shape. And so what you're working on is blending all the limbs together and adding shapes. There we go. So I'm adding a little bit of spikes on the ovipositor. I'm going to do a quick mirror. There we go. That's when I actually did it. So it can properly mirror it, because it wasn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't properly mirroring when I'm sculpting, but now it is. So just add a little bit of detail at a time. Eventually, I'm going to do a render of this thing, and at the end, you see the render. Stay tuned to the end so I can tell you about the thing. A little bit of announcement. So every Monday I'm going to post a new video, and this is kind of like an experimental series I wanted to do. Kind of do a time-lapse art piece in 3D. That would be interesting. One, just kind of commentate what I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now, at this point, I increased the number of polys in general by 2 million. You can see on the polycount, and I'm mostly using the smooth and the clay strips brush to add these kind of muscly type of things, so to make it look like a real alien skin. And so I'm kind of doing that, and just kind of smoothing things, add detail. And I did a bit of experiment with the crease, but like, nah, that's a bit too skinny, so I just, here's me adding a little spiked toes. They're not quite toes, but like kind of like, feeler toes, what an insect would have. Just kind of like some sort of alien thing. And here's me adding more detail to the thing, changing the strength of the brush, smoothing things down. Hopefully don't smooth out too much, and just re-adding the details by not adding so it doesn't look super smooth. So yeah, here I'm smoothing out the eyes, and I'm going to grab the crease brush and tighten in that area as well. So it's kind of like tiny little eye stalks. All right, here we go. Now here we go. I'm going to then I'm looking. Now I'm adding a lot of details. This is the point where, like, yeah, there's a lot of details. It's moving, add more details, just move a little bit, increase the thing, just to get the right. This is the fun part of making models, is the sculpting, and also part 2 of this particular project. I'm going to retopologize it so it can be used in a game or later on or something. Because 2 million polygons is not useful whatsoever. It's a nice static thing, but it's not something that would render out in the game or playable at all. So I'm going to retopologize it. So we'll see that next week or something. So I continue working on the clay strips. That's pretty much the only tool I've been using right now. And here's me doing a little bit of mainly clay strips, and also the grab hook, the snake hook tool, to kind of grab out more of the geometry. Oh, now here am I setting up an image for an alpha brush. First of all, I just picked the scale pattern, and then decided that I want to use a different pattern, which is actually confused some moss things about this pattern, and I'm going to do attachment, and then sorry, I'm rambling. So yeah, then if I figured out the settings, I even lowered down the strength. Right now the strength is pretty high, so let's move that out, and then I lower down the strength to about 0.2. So now I'm covering the whole thing with the a little bit jump cut there, and here am I just applying the alpha brush to the entire body, just adding a little bit more detail than the bunch of muscles, so it looks pretty realistic. So that's good. Yeah, this is a really good test, and here am I doing setting up the materials for render. So yeah, I'm just grabbing the image, the HDMI, kind of like a panorama image, and I put in the render, and putting the camera in place, and I'm going to have fun. It's me looking around for the field tool, and then I'm going to, there we go, now position the camera, and I'm going to expand with the color, how I like it, just kind of experimenting with the color, and in the roughness, and yeah, just kind of demonstrate the color. Oh, there we go, I forgot to cut that out. Anyways, that's the end of the image. So I'm glad that you would show, and I want to take a look at this thing, and yeah, that's the end. Here's the image, and I will see ya next time. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got some other playlists, and check out the other videos, and I will see you next time. Peace out.